We're live.
How you doing? Sorry, we're running a little late. It's my fault because I'm
How
home
dare you.
alone with the kids, and it took a while to get down, and the dog was like barking all the way through it, so it was a mess. But we are here. My desk is all wonky. If in the middle of this recording, all of a sudden you see everything around me collapse
What?
to the ground, like just
What?
It's not an earthquake. I'm testing something before we start the show. I'll just chat a little bit. I was testing something. I was like, what if I can make my desk where it just like swivel around,
Ooh.
and then I could have like this cool stuff behind me. So I was like, I went to Lowe's and I was like, oh, I'll get some of those furniture movers and put it on the bottom of them, you know, and then I could just swivel it around. No big deal, you know?
Yeah.
So I put it on but the thing is, the desk is like, it's an IKEA desk and it's a glass top.
Yeah.
Which is really heavy.
That's gonna fall.
And then the bottom are look like sawhorse stains. So when I moved it around, the glass and the sawhorse stains moved separately.
Oh.
So it was all wonky, and I was like, what is happening? And I was like, well, that's not going to work. So I've got it sort of stable for now. It's going to be exciting if you just saw
It
it.
sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Oh. I was trying to show off like the stuff I've been doing in my office, but
It's coming along.
yeah,
You built
slowly
all
but
those
surely.
lightsabers?
Wow.
Yeah. I built 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I built 4 of them,
It's still
Those
a lot.
bare hands.
and then the rest are, you know,
He molded them on a forge.
I won them in battle.
Took his shirt off and he was hot and sweaty, just pounding on the forge, making his lightsabers. Hair blowing in the breeze.
That's how I lost my hair.
Oh, just
Wow.
burned in the forge.
Spurned it, lightsabers. Anyways, all right, you guys ready to start the show?
I figure we talk more about your office there. Really?
Oh, we can. It's still a mess.
And-
I'm making crystals out of it too. Kyber crystals for the lightsabers, actually.
Huh.
So half of this room is that, and then there's a bed in here for guests. Like we have guests.
I mean,
that
you
come
really
over.
don't have to go into it.
And then there's a box right here that's stuff in it.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
I could tell Vance is excited because he's not saying anything in the chat.
He commented. We have some new music in case you caught the front end of our YouTube and Facebook. We're just trying something new with like the while you wait music, just to keep it entertaining. So
Elevator music.
elevator, yeah, it's like kind of thing. So
Anyways.
The best elevator music ever.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready?
yes,
Here we go. 246, right? Yeah.
246.
In 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to iamGEEK. This is episode 246. I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin,
Heyo.
and we're back with you after we missed last week because nobody could get their stuff together, right? I don't know. Something
Various
happened.
things.
Life
Various things.
happens, right?
Life happened, but we're back.
Yes.
Chris was overcome by all the announcements at Comicon. He just couldn't.
I just,
Couldn't
yeah.
talk.
We were listening to everybody else on their podcast talk about it.
So tonight is going to be sort of a hodgepodge episode. Everybody's favorite. We're going to talk some DC. We're going to talk some Marvel. We're going to talk some Disney. I'm excited to talk to Chris, especially since he's our big DC guy, about the DC conundrum that's going on with Warner Brothers and Discovery.
Yes.
I used that word, right? Conundrum. That's like when something's like very confusing.
Which is DC. That's conundrum.
Yeah. Pretty much right now. So anyway, so let's get right into it with the news.
We're high tech.
People don't have to know that was somebody's voice.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. It's high tech. Yeah.
Unless they're watching the video, then they see Cajun just awkwardly
Well,
going.
he just likes to mouth along with it.
Yeah.
He loves the sound.
Yeah. I should record it that way. It would be recorded. I do have a recording, by the way, of Ray Chase saying meow meow at the end of that one episode with Thor: Love and Thunder. It's at the very end of it, and it's like nothing else is going on around it. I have just this little clip of meow meow. So,
I need that as my ringtone.
Yes. If we ever get one of those fancy things where we press a button to make sounds, that has to be one of the buttons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meow meow.
It just has to be meow meow. That's how we beat people out that curse.
That's right.
We just hit that go meow meow. You meow meow.
Meow meow.
Anyway.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We get those every once
there
in
you
a while.
Every once in a while. Chris is just potty mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Mouth of a sailor.
What can I say?
Well, he does talk like Popeye sometimes, but
Yeah. Oh, meow meow.
It's just a mouthful of salt.
off the rails.
Salt.
Anyway, so Comic-Con happened.
It did.
It did. I mean, it happened. Was there anything really exciting that happened? Not to be Debbie Downer.
I mean, there weren't a lot of huge things that came out of it. But the biggest things, I think, because Marvel came back this year after being absent. And they presented, I mean, most of the stuff we knew about, but they did sprinkle in some nice little tidbits just ahead of D23, which I'm sure is going to have the bigger tidbits.
Oh, yes. The big bits.
The big bits. The tidbits and the big bits. We got the tidbits.
Meow meow.
Yes, lots of meow meow.
DC, lots of meow meow. DC was not present very much.
What?
They're a mess. We're going to talk about them in a little bit.
And we know why now.
Yeah, we know why.
They weren't really present now. But yeah, there were like little things. One of the things that I was kind of excited for, I think I may have heard about it at one point, but totally forgot about it, was the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yes, I was just looking at that.
That looks fun. That looks like a lot of fun with Chris Pine and Hugh Grant for some reason.
Weird.
I saw an interview.
You think Dungeons and Dragons, you think Hugh Grant.
I saw an interview with him, and they asked him about, if he's ever played. And he's like, I don't even know what it is.
He kind of some kinky thing or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
As long as we get a scene where someone rolls a dice.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely.
That has to be in there somewhere. Even just a little joke.
And apparently the characters are based off of the characters that were in the cartoon.
Oh.
Which I don't remember watching.
I remember it long ago.
I remember it, but I don't remember really watching it.
Oh, it was a cartoon.
Oh.
It's nothing to write home about.
Huh.
There you go.
But I want to see the movie. It looks good. Looks fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then like He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, season 3.
Not Revelations.
Will Shatner.
Revelations. Yeah.
Revelations.
Revelations.
It is I thought it was the other one that's coming out with the.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Kevin Smith one.
Yeah, Revolution. Masters of the Universe Revolution. I got it mixed up because there is the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
that's getting a season 3 as well.
Well, okay. So both of them are getting another.
Both of them are getting another season.
Okay, because I just saw the one where it said He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, so I didn't see the other. That's great because I don't like the He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, because that's the one that's everybody's way exaggerated in their size.
Yeah, it's where it's just like He-Man's a part of it, but like it's a kind of Power Rangers almost.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, I watch that one. And then there was some Sandman like a trailer for that. That comes out tomorrow. Actually.
Oh, really?
I think,
Hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out if I'm
See that?
going to like that or not. We'll see. I watched the
Well, I
trailer.
guess you have to watch it first.
No, I mean, I watched the trailer and I'm like, am I going to like this? Or is it going to, I don't know.
You never know.
You never know. Never know. We'll get to that. I was going to tell you about seeing Super Pets, but we can do that when we get to the DC part.
I saw Nope.
Yes. What
Yeah.
did you think of it?
I liked it. I thought it was good. It's like if you've seen the trailer and you're thinking like, oh, I kind of already saw what it was or what's gonna happen in the movie based on because they put some stuff in some trailers. You're like, I wish they had to put it in there.
Mhm.
Well, there's still some surprises.
Well, good.
Let me tell you that much.
Oh.
It's it's different in a good way. I think it's just fun and different, and at the same time, you're like, nope. So you said that to yourself a few times. The movie's like, nope.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
But yeah, we went to the drive-in again.
Oh.
It was a good drive-in movie. Very good drive-in movie.
Yeah, because it's like, because you're outside.
Sky. Yeah, you're in the sky, so you're looking at the sky and you're like, am I gonna see some here too?
Now, if the drive-in was smart, they would have like tethered a balloon with like a kite string or something, where you see it in the middle of the movie.
But nope.
Nope.
Because that's what in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nope. They didn't do it.
No. They're not smart. That's why. Why they lose so much money.
But the big things definitely at Comic-Con was Marvel.
Yeah.
Was the ones that hit it big. There's Secret Invasion. Like they showed like clips and some trailers, stuff like that. They didn't really release a lot to the audience, unfortunately. They're just
Of course
not ready because they're like it's all temp VFX. Can't show it yet, but they showed them. But yeah, like Secret Invasion, Guardians of the Galaxy 3,
which are just like emotional. Sad.
Yeah, apparently it's very emotional. Like, well, I think the people that saw the trailer got emotional because there's a lot to do with Rocket Raccoon in this one.
Oh, great!
And how he came to be.
It's really sad.
Because they revealed the High Evolutionary is in the movie, and he even came out on stage in character.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. It was sort of goofy.
Oh, it's definitely like goofy, kind of playing it up to the audience. They did the same thing with Loki one time.
Oh, really?
He came out and did it, and that was kind of goofy too. But it's just playing to the audience, playing to the crowd.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun. But yeah, Loki season 2, of course, they mentioned. Blade, and all these they put on a schedule. Like so, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, whatever. Is ending the 4th phase. I believe it's the 4th phase, and then the 5th phase starts, and I think that may be the 5th or yeah.
The 5th phase is
Where does it start with?
Is the two
Avengers,
the 2 Avengers movies, right? That's all they've announced for it.
The 6th phase was the 2 movies, right?
Yeah, the 6th phase.
Oh gosh, there's so many phases.
I have it out.
Yeah,
I have it if you want me to read through it.
Okay, yeah.
So here's phase 5. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, February 17th, 2023.
It starts the one. Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. These are all in 2023. Secret Invasion in the spring. Echo in the summer. The Marvels in July. Loki Season 2, summer. Blade, November 3rd. Iron Heart, fall 2023. Agatha, Coven of Chaos, winter 2023. Captain America, New World Order, May of 2024. So we're going to the next year. Daredevil, Born Again, 2024. Thunderbolts, July 2024. And then phase 6, Fantastic Four, Avengers, and the Secret Wars. So those all are, 2024 is Fantastic Four, and then 2025 is Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Yeah. So yeah, there's
So
like
far
they've
away.
only announced the Avengers, but like the way they announced the two Avengers one, they
Yeah.
showed like a timeline,
Yeah.
and there's definitely room for like
Yeah, a bunch of
so
other
much other
stuff.
stuff.
Sure.
And I'm kind of wondering if X-Men, like mutants, are gonna take up
I'm
a
betting we'll
portion
get
of that.
stuff at D23. We're gonna get more
Yeah.
info at D23.
Yeah, I think they're gonna fill out that phase. Yeah, at D23.
So-
Hey, Derek. Just wanted to say hi to Derek
Well,
Frank.
hey,
He's in the
Derek.
comments.
So
Whoa.
what's
Well, maybe next week we'll get you
there
back
you go.
on. We'll
What's
see.
the thing with X-Men where Disney can't use the X-Men or get new actors for X-Men after a certain date? Do y'all?
That's rumored. I don't think it's like, but it's rumored that they can't recast yet because like contracts haven't run out
Yeah.
for some of the current actors, and like that's rumored, and it's also rumored that's why that they've had like Patrick Stewart
Yeah.
come in as Professor X because he was previously him, and things of that nature. But whether that's true or not, I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Like I don't think that's been confirmed, but it kind of makes sense. Like I can see that
Yeah.
being it. But at the same time, I'm glad they're kind of taking their time with it.
Yeah.
And not just like throwing them in quickly. I did see that there was going to be an X-Men Easter egg in Miss Marvel at the Avengers Con that she was at. There was going to be a guy taking pictures in a cosplay costume, and he's going to be dressed up as Cyclops. But they cut it.
Cut it.
Cut it.
Hey, Derek, we'll get with you. We'll get you back on here. Sorry. So I was looking. So Phase 4 ends with Fantastic Four. Is this right?
Sorry, let me go. But no, so the new Fantastic Four movie is at the first of Phase 6.
Yeah, Phase
Wait,
4, which is right now.
What picture am I on?
Ends with Black Panther. That's the end of this phase, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas episode is going to be like an addendum to that phase, is what James Gunn is saying, and it's going to introduce like some new characters apparently for the new movie.
Oh, my darn.
I was trying to look up what all was in Phase 4 to see if it was a letdown.
Wow.
Sorry. But I can't find anything that lists all the Phase 4.
They did say that with starting with Ant-Man and the Wasp, that's going to be their multiverse saga. So we had the Infinity Saga, and this is going to be the multiverse saga, which I mean makes sense. We're already getting like a little bit of that.
Yeah.
With Kang and
and
Secret, all that. That's definitely going to be a big thing.
So, not to jump to DC, but to jump to DC, did you see that they're dropping the DC Comics from their URL, and it'll just be like DC.com, and it's going to be and here's a quote from something I read. Let me get it real quick. It's DC has launched a new website under the DC.com URL, no longer DC Comics, which will serve as the new digital home to explore the DC multiverse. Which I thought was funny. Which I know they do the multiverse too, right? We've all seen Flash.
I mean,
right?
they're really the. I mean, the Flash was the first one that really did the multiverse in the comics.
They're like, we do it too.
They did do it first.
They did. Yeah. I thought that was funny.
All right, so I found. I think Phase 4 for me, and we can move on. I think Phase 4 was TV, like Disney Plus. That was a good part.
That's where they did well.
The films,
right?
The films. Black Widow, that took forever to get out, was okay. I mean, it was good. It was fine.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
No, I mean, no, it wasn't.
You hated it. We get it.
No. Just wait till I get down to the other ones, okay? Black Widow was enjoyable. It was good. Shang-Chi,
that was a good one.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
Eternals, big.
That was
big doo-doo. Spider-Man: No Way Home, great.
Good.
I thought it was great.
It was good. Yeah.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I didn't like.
I like
it. It was better than the Eternals, but it was. If I had to rate all the Marvel movies, it wouldn't be high on the list. Thor: Love and Thunder, I didn't like.
I like
it. Was fine. It was good, but I thought it was a mess of a movie. So I had my fingers crossed.
Oh,
both fingers crossed all my toes crossed that Black Panther will redeem the movie part
Maybe
of
so.
Phase 4 and be wonderful and great. Because
really,
I really loved one movie, liked 3 movies, and 2 movies were okay, and 1 movie was horrible. So that was Phase 4 for me.
really, it's kind of like the number 2 movies, the sequel movies of like this section has been almost like Iron Man 2, Thor 2.
Yeah.
Like they're okay, but they're not great. And
Yeah.
and you can kind of tell like that's when they really started like we need to start really interconnecting this stuff and doing all this stuff. And I think that's where things started to fall apart a little bit before it got back together. So you can kind of compare it to that. It's like this has been like, well, they're just kind of doing their own thing, and we're just kind of piecing little things here and there to move forward. So this is just like the moving forward phase.
Yeah, I guess, but like, I mean, the TV shows were doing their own thing, and most of them were great.
Yeah.
I loved them all.
Oh yeah, they were good. They were good. And some of that is, I mean, they had a lot more time.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't like, especially with Thor: Love and Thunder. You thought, okay, he's with the Guardians. This is going to do something, and then you start the movie with, "We'll see you later." And
I kind of expected that.
well,
so
yeah, but it was just sort of like, well, that was probably going to be the good part,
Oh.
and that was gone. So the rest of it was just sort of like, it's a movie. And I really loved the Thor before that, but again, I think Taika, I think he's got to the point where I can do whatever I want to, and that's what he did. But anyways, so I'm hoping Black Panther's great, and I hope that after Phase 4 is over with, Phase 5, the movies will start getting back to their former glory and be better, because the TV shows did it for Phase 4. So hopefully Phase 5, TV shows and the movies will both be really good.
And I don't know if I can't remember if you mentioned Catherine, but they also, of course, mentioned that Daredevil is coming back.
Did.
I
Yes.
can't remember. You probably did.
I
but
did.
I can't remember.
It was
But
a
that
long
like
list. So
big thing.
Daredevil Born Again will be spring
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah,
And
so
he'll be in She-Hulk, right?
Yeah, and that was like basically after they revealed he's getting the show, they put out another She-Hulk trailer.
In his yellow and red suit?
Yellow and red suit, yeah.
Oh, it looks cool. Like, we saw a little glimpse
yeah,
of
we'll
it.
see. Yeah,
I hope
we'll
it looks
see.
cool.
I mean, he can't see, so it doesn't matter to him. But hopefully we'll like it. It was mentioned that for his show he will have multiple outfits.
So like a polka dot one.
He's had he.
So will he? Never mind. I was gonna say something really bad.
Meow meow.
I was gonna ask if he wonder if he'll like get his outfits mixed up and he'll have like the bottom of one,
yeah,
and
how
top
does
of
he
the other
know
one.
how to match them? If like,
well, you just got to make sure he sets them
textures or something.
Sorry.
Yeah, could be. Could feel yellow.
Marvel.
Yellow.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to see that he's popping up, and he's supposedly supposed to be in the Echo show as well with Vincent D'Onofrio as the key.
Good.
They're both supposed to be in that. Unless we saw him, or at least we heard, he was shot.
Okay.
We just put it on the
Vance,
screen.
yeah.
By the way. So, yeah.
Oh, there's a rumor that the Marvels might be a musical.
Yes.
What?
Well, part of it. So there's rumored. So in the comics,
Oh gosh.
Carol does go to this one planet, and she is betrothed to the king there. And they, in the comic, since it's a comic, you're reading it, they speak in rhyme.
Huh.
So there's rumor that planet is going to be in this movie, but instead of just speaking in rhyme, they will be like singing instead of just talking.
So it won't be the whole movie though.
It shouldn't be the whole movie. It'll be like when they're on this planet.
That's awesome.
Oh,
but
God.
yeah, that'll
That's
be
great.
It'll be interesting
not?
to see.
Is this wait? Is this
yeah.
this is in Phase 5?
Good grief! Hold on.
Yeah, this is the next phase. Yeah,
This is
Oh, no,
phase
it's not
5.
looking good for phase
In
5.
July of
phase 5.
2023.
The Marvels. 'Cause, yeah,
I could
that'll
see it
have
in the
a year from-
writer's room. Okay, listen to me. Who has seen Spider-Man 3? Yes, yes. Do you remember that dancing number? What if we have a whole planet where they dance and sing
Yeah.
everything?
And then they're like, wait a minute, Spider-Man had a musical too on Broadway. Brilliant.
all the Marvels will sing and dance.
I mean, it's like they keep trying it out, right? Because it happened in Hawkeye too. They had a little musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do
They're
this
testing the
all
waters there.
day. I was singing that the other day. My family was just like, "What are you doing?"
I'm really surprised they didn't put out that whole musical
Yeah.
on Disney Plus.
Mhm.
Like the whole thing.
I mean, they obviously planned out a big musical, right?
Yeah.
They didn't just do
They did a
one
whole
song.
song.
It was a couple of songs and scenes, right?
Yeah.
So they obviously did something like a musical that you would go see. I mean, you can, again, it's TV. You can do what you want, right? But it still seems like there's something there.
Yeah, they put Hamilton on Disney Plus. Why not?
Hamilton's good.
I didn't say it was bad.
It sounded like
Okay.
never mind.
Sound like a
It did
jab
sound
at
like a
it?
jab. 'Cause you're like, well, they put that on
No.
there.
Well, we'll put that on there.
It's a musical.
I
Well, they
love
have
that
plenty of
musical.
It's
musicals. I
on
mean,
there.
yeah, there's
There's a lot of
Showman.
Disney musicals.
There's
The Showman.
Greatest Showman.
The Showman.
That is
Is really good. Mary
Oh,
Poppins.
well, that's good because you love Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
It's
Just a spoonful. Did you hear? I'm going to be random for a second. Did you hear that people got stuck on It's a
Yes.
Small World for
Over an hour. I just read that.
Wow. Did they keep playing the music?
Oh, my
Yes,
Oh gosh.
I'm pretty sure they
No.
did.
Surely
I
they
think that
turn
Geneva's got something.
Usually, when
Against that.
rides get stopped, it keeps
Yes,
going. They don't
but
stop
not for
it.
an hour, right?
I don't know. Usually, they keep the ride
Yeah.
stuff going unless you have to evacuate, and then they turn everything on and turn the lights off. On.
Yeah.
Did they waterboard them?
Then they started drinking the water. They're like, "Just get me out of here! I'm
So-
drinking the water."
Oh, they'll hallucinate when
The water
yeah.
thing. Have you seen the story too about everybody's taking their shoes off nowadays at Disney? You're not supposed to walk around without your shoes on, but it's because of all the rain mostly. But there's also people like
Gross.
putting their feet in the fountains and like in the like in
What?
Small World water or in like
What
it's
is
just-
happening? Here's what I
crazy.
don't understand. Oh, somebody drank
Oh.
Splash Mountain water
Oh,
the other day.
and they died, right?
Here, this is going to sound really bad, but here's what I don't understand. The prices
Yeah.
keep rising.
Yeah.
You know,
How did the crazy
for the
people
Disney. So you think the people that would be there would be these rich people? They're like,
Yeah.
I only drink the finest water from
Yeah.
the finest Alps bottles.
The
No,
rich
they're
people-
drinking the water in the
A
fountains.
fake
They're
mountain.
licking the floor.
Rich people can be rednecks too. It's fine.
I guess.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just like crazy story after
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, we
Fights.
talked about this. People got in a fight over Fill Her Magic. Fill Her Magic.
It's worth it.
Mm.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
I mean, that's upper class. Phil Har Magic, that is upper
It
class.
makes me not want to go. Somebody just got
I'm
the
going.
newest story was out that this dude punched this lady in the chest and knocked their baby out of the stroller. This is the Disney we're living in.
Oh,
Yeah.
So have fun at Disney in a few
yeah.
weeks. Chris.
Geez, going like Mad
be
Max or
fine.
something.
I think so. This lady, this family got moved over in the show at the end of Hollywood Studios, the light show or whatever. The cast members asked them to move over out of the path or whatever. So they obliged. But there was this other family sitting there and they didn't like that. So the other family, the lady grabbed the 14-year-old girl of the family and just started shaking her. Who do you think you are?
Oh.
Have fun at Disney.
Derek in the comments on YouTube says rich people or the rich people can be rednecks too should be a t-shirt.
Yes.
And then
It really
and then
should.
Vance says he saw people with their feet in the fountain in France last time he was there. That's crazy.
Oh, gosh.
It's getting a little crazy.
That's awesome.
I don't want to look down on people, but come
on,
on. Use your brain.
Come on, people.
There's this guy on TikTok that goes around and asks random people simple questions, like how many states in the United States?
I've seen that guy.
I don't know. I think there's like 41 or something. Just simple, like the simplest
Well, it's like Jay
questions.
Walking
Like
used to do
what's
it on Jay Leno.
Yeah, like what state is Utah in?
Yeah, I saw
I think Illinois. I think.
that.
Oh gosh,
That's
people are
stupid. It's California.
yeah. Anyways, this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
We were talking about Marvel at some point. We were talking about musicals.
Yeah, speaking of, speaking of stupid, I guess. We can look at DC's panel.
Yeah.
Yes, let's look at stupid DC.
We can move on to DC.
They
which
did have
I mean,
one good
like,
thing, right? So.
What they showed wasn't bad. I mean, because we got a new trailer for Shazam, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
really liked the first one, and the trailer looked really good for that one.
Yeah.
And then we got a trailer for Black Adam, which they also did. Like, The Rock came on stage. Well, actually, was lifted onto stage, dressed in the Black Adam outfit, and they had like lightning on the screen behind him and stuff. It was kind of fun. Of course, again, corny but fun. Like, I'm sure, like, being there, you'd be like, "Oh, this is awesome." Just watching like the video, you're like, "Oh, he's like, you can see him on a platform."
Yeah. You could. I think you could see him on a platform there, because I think people were like, sorry, Illinois. Sorry, Derek.
Did you say Illinois? Because we said
Illinois. I was in a huff.
You were just in character.
Yeah. And there was an S on the end, so I said it. Illinois, because it's annoying. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Just joking. Wow. I've only been there once.
Have I had Illinois?
I don't really know.
But yeah, and like, I think there may have been some Super Pets thing, because that came out.
Which I saw Super Pets. We wanted to go to the movies, and that was the really only semi-kid friendly movie on, which still had its moments.
Is everything real?
Where I know. I'm just I know. When my wife and I looked at each other like, really? What the? There was a lot of meow meows.
Really?
In it.
Well,
like they would say curse words, but then beep them out. Like the turtle would be like, "What the?" and they would go beep beep, and of course their kids are like, "What? Why are they beeping?" And we're like, "Oh, this is funny, ha ha ha." So I like that. They didn't need that from the turtle character, and then they had other stuff in there that was just like, "Oh, this isn't kid friendly." For the most part, it was, but it had stuff in there that was like, "Yeah, let's get the adults to laugh," or "Let's be, politically correct," type of stuff. Which
not your favorite thing.
No, I mean, I just want a kids movie to be a kids movie.
Yeah, it needs to be.
I don't care about anything else. Just
like Minions.
Be silly, be funny. Yeah, Minions was funny, silly. Didn't have to have beeps and all that stuff. But overall,
you don't understand most of what they're saying. Anyway,
yeah,
they're cursing up a storm in French. That's what they're doing. You just don't know it.
You just don't know. Yeah. But Super Pets it was fun. I did fall asleep, but I think I was just tired in those recliner seats, because my wife said, "Wake up! You're gonna sleep through the movie." And I was like, "Why does it matter? It's Super Pets. I don't think I'm gonna miss any of the plot here." But it was good. The animals get powers and all this stuff. I think the way that they described how Crypto comes to be, I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with the comics or anything.
What did they say?
What does he do in the comics? He's like, "Oh,
I don't remember. I mean, he came from Krypton. Like, mostly he comes from Krypton. I think he may have been shot off in a rocket or something. I can't remember exactly. There's been different.
So in this one, like at the beginning, it starts with Krypton and the parents holding Kal-El, and they're like, "Oh, the planet's is fallen," or whatever. So, and then Crypto's there with them, like, "Oh, playing with the baby and stuff. And then they're like, "No, Crypto, you have to stay here with us." Like, and they put the baby in,
There's
and
no
then
room.
Crypto gets out of their grip and runs and jumps into the capsule and goes with them.
No, that's
And
not.
yeah, and grows up with them like from birth, from then until, and he lives with them for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Which
I don't think that.
it makes me like, I leaned over to my wife and I'm like, why would they make a ship that was only big enough for a baby?
Well, in the comics and stuff, it was sometimes explained as it was more of a test rocket
Oh,
that and so and he had modified it to fit their baby.
yeah. This one is just like a
Uh,
little thing with a little like baby seat in it, and then Crypto jumps in and he jumps in his lap and then they shoot
he's
off.
like, screw you guys.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. That's what made it sort of funny. He was just like, I'm not staying with you. I'm not stupid. So
Man's
then
best
it
friend.
so then it says that he grew up, he goes, when he's talking to the dogs, he goes, I grew up on a farm in Smallville, and I've been with Superman all my life, and or ever since we got here. And
Yeah, I feel like there was like in the comics there was some wormhole or something he shot into, like Supergirl, and then showed up at a later time. Superman found him. I don't know.
yeah, but so overall it was fun. Unless you have kids, I would say wait and watch at home, maybe.
HBO Max.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessary.
Well,
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's you got to see it on the big screen type thing. It does have 2 end credits. It's got like a mid credit and an end credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was just gags. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it unless you just want me to. Okay. But so overall it was fun. Most of you that are listening would probably watch it and be like, "Oh, Ryan was just being dumb about the beeps and the sort of adult themes in it." You just look at stuff different when you have kids, like a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. So if it was just me watching it without them, I probably wouldn't even notice.
There you go.
But you're just hypersensitive when you're like, "Oh gosh, are they going to go out of here repeating that or talking about that?"
Beep,
And
beep, beep,
then you have to deal with that. Yeah.
So were there any good previews during the movie, or is it just stuff you've seen before?
I think it was all stuff. They had the Avatar preview, and my son was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Hey, they have a ride like that at Disney. You think you'd ride a ride like that?" And he's like, "Oh no."
Well, but he said that about Big Thunder Mountain, right? We dragged him onto it, and he loved it, right? So
kicking and screaming,
kind of like when you dragged me on.
Yeah, that's my MO.
Shut up, Julie, get on here.
And the other it was all stuff. It was all the normal. There wasn't. Oh, there was one like very sad, depressing trailer about a guy that ends up in a wheelchair that has a monkey for a service animal, and the city doesn't like that he has a monkey, so they take it away from him.
Is this real?
Yes, it was yes, based on a true story. A lady in some town, little small town, this guy gets a monkey for a service animal to help him. It's like a teenager or something. And some snobby lady, some Karen, decides that it should be illegal to have monkeys in the city, so he gets taken away.
Is it called Monkey Service?
Huh?
Is it called Monkey Service?
No, I don't remember what it's called, but it was very sad.
Monkey Butler?
Like they were showing these like animated things trailer, then they showed this one. He was like, "That's so depressing." It's so sad for that guy and his monkey.
Well, we have a serious question in the chat. Is Super Pets a better team movie than Justice League?
Yes. It is definitely a better team movie than Justice League, because they do form a team and have great respect and feelings for each other at the end as friends.
They do that in Justice League.
Do they?
Depends on which one you're
Dude,
watching.
yeah. I think it is a better team movie though, because I don't want to spoil it for you. The end is pretty fun with how they end up, because it's crypto and it's a bunch of shelter pets basically.
Mhm.
So how it ends up is very heartwarming and
Well,
all that
good.
stuff.
Hmm.
And Batman in it though, the animation, the style or whatever they decided to use to back for Batman is sort of freaking hilarious. All the rest of them look pretty like, like I'm Wonder Woman, like I'm strong woman, female, and like Superman is like, I'm Superman, and they did Green Lantern's a woman, which is fine.
There's Jessica Cruz, probably. That's a
Yeah,
she's a newer Green Lantern.
yeah. So she was
last few
normal,
years.
like she was normal. She looked fine.
Mhm.
Aquaman, he had the one hand,
Oh,
and
okay.
he looked, fine, sort of like that one. And then Batman. It's so funny. He's got like bulging eyeballs that come out of his
Mm.
mask and like a big fat face.
Hmm.
And he's just sort of like the whole time. Just like, his eyes popping out.
just like Batman. Yeah.
It was just sort of funny. He doesn't really look. The rest of them look. You're like, oh yeah. And then this one looks like a middle-aged guy dressed up as Batman, like pretending to be Batman or something. You just have to look at a picture. It's funny looking.
Sounds
It was fine. It was just compared to the rest of them, they all looked pretty what you would expect. And then Batman comes in his Batmobile and jumps out, and you're like, what the? What happened to Batman's face? What's going on here?
he fought the Hornet and got stung. It's allergic.
Maybe. Maybe.
But so yeah, that was basically DC's
Well,
panel.
what about the video game trailer? The Gotham Knights?
Oh, Gotham Knights. They didn't do that
They did?
during the DC
Okay.
panel, I don't think. They had their own, but yeah, they did release a Batgirl centric
Yeah.
Gotham Knights trailer.
Little
Yeah, it's kind of
Batgirl.
sad now. But yeah, like the CW shows, like there were none of them there, and we like basically know why now, because really the Arrowverse is dead now because they canceled
Yeah.
Flash and shortened the last
It's
season.
fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's time.
Yeah.
It's time. They got lazy. That's their writing. I don't know.
I haven't
got
watched
bad.
anything on the CW. I mean, is it still around, or is it going away?
Yeah, it's still around. Like supposedly it's going away, but they do have shows that are coming out. Like there's still Superman and Lois, but it's not. They retconned it to where it's not part of the Arrowverse anymore.
Yeah.
But that's still a good show.
Is Stargirl still around?
Stargirl is getting another
Yeah,
season, and that was good. But again, that's not part of the Arrowverse either.
Yeah.
But and they've got some others. There's going to be like a Supernatural spinoff that's apparently still there, still going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a trailer for that. Excited about that.
Yeah. But yeah, but we kind of know now why there wasn't a lot of DC happening, because Discovery, which bought Warner Brothers, has decided just to
Wipe the slate clean.
burn it all down.
Burn it all down.
Yeah, they're just gonna start anew. The Batgirl movie, which was supposed to be coming out not too far from now, which they had finished filming, is scrapped and shelved and never to be seen again.
Okay, so this is what's crazy. Okay, so Batgirl, yes, never to be seen again, because they needed to save money, and they figured out if they made Batgirl and I think maybe Scoob, I know Batgirl, if they make it a tax write-down, then they don't lose any money, and it's good. But if you make something, whatever a write-down is, I don't know. If you make something, a movie, a tax write-down, then it is never allowed to be shown anywhere. So basically, it sits on a shelf from now until eternity. They can't put it on HBO Max. They can't put it on straight to DVD. They can't put it in the movie theater. They can't put it on YouTube. They can't do anything with it. It just goes away. Never to be
It's
seen again.
ridiculous. And the Scoob Haunted Holiday, they just finalized like the last animation shot. Like the animation is done. Like people have been working hard on that. Like I know people that have been working hard on that, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, they're like, well, if we write these off, we can get money back, and who cares?
Yeah. Now, some people that have seen the Batgirl have said it's probably for the best.
Well,
Part of
I
it,
mean,
right?
it's true. Yeah, like at the same time, it got like a rating of 60, but at the same time, there have been like horror movies, and I think maybe Shazam might have been like when they first viewed it to audiences, rated at 60, and still came out, and people still enjoyed them and made more than they thought they would.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no telling. The thing I'm kind of sad about, because I would like to see a Batgirl movie, but at the same time, it's like Michael Keaton was in it. Apparently, he wasn't in it that much. Like he was just in like maybe a couple of scenes, really. And then Brendan Fraser was supposed to be the villain as Firefly, and I really wanted to see him as Firefly.
Isn't that crazy though? There's going to be a Batgirl movie that just sits on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, it's nuts. But Aquaman apparently is still happening, but they're refilming some stuff because Keaton was supposed to have a scene as Batman in that, because with the Flash, which was already supposed to be out, that kind of like rewrote a bunch of stuff and combined the Snyderverse with the Tim Burton era, and he was going to be taking over as Batman in the kind of DC universe. But since Flash isn't coming out till much later, and they're scrapping this Batgirl, there was a photo of Jason Momoa and Ben Affleck on set together, and they're replacing his Batman into that movie instead.
I don't want him.
Putting him in. I'm sure it's just like one scene. Like it's probably not anything much. But if they put that movie out and suddenly it was Keaton, people that aren't like us that would go see it go, why? Who is that? And why is he here? And that wouldn't make any sense.
So when's the Flash movie? I'm surprised they're still bringing out the Flash.
Flash is, to
be honest,
I don't even think it's next year even. I think they may have. It may be 23, but it may have gotten pushed even to 24.
It may go. It may go to the way of the tax right now.
I mean, they're still wanting to release it.
They're apparently like they did what is it, the conference call or whatever, the big.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, look at all our money and stuff that we're making today. They did that, and they mentioned that they still have the Flash on the schedule, and they're really proud of the movie. And of course, Batman 2, the Batman 2 is supposed to still be coming out. Aquaman
with Lady Gaga.
Yeah, with Lady Gaga, it could work. She's actually a pretty good actress.
No, I know. It's just funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah, it's Harley Quinn. Yeah, she's gonna be Harley Quinn. And of course, like Black Adam, Shazam still coming out. Even Blue Beetle, which is filming right now, which is going to be, but it's being filmed as a theatrical release. Since Batgirl was just strictly HBO Max, that's their reasoning, or part of the reasoning they're putting it out. But that's supposed to have a theatrical release. That's supposed to still happen. And then, you mentioned the Joker's Folly.
Yeah, we'll see. I saw that Joker movie, and it was good, but I don't think it needs a sequel.
It's not rewatchable. It's a movie you watch once, you like it, like it's good. It's a really good movie, but you watch it once, you're like, okay, that was good. I don't need to really sit down and watch that again and
I don't need a sequel.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean,
I'm sure it'll be good, but it's just like one of those movies that you sort of like how they've done the whole movie. It's sort of it's disturbing to watch, but you like how they have it, and you're like, this is a good standalone movie. Doesn't need to be a franchise.
Yeah.
So leave it at that.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily need it. So we'll see. And then they basically said that moving forward, we're gonna take DC movies seriously. Is basically saying? And they're gonna have a plan set in place over the next 10 years and build it up like Marvel has done their movies, basically. That's what they're saying.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, they're gonna focus on the big three: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Who will be playing those three? No one knows. There's supposed to be a Wonder Woman 3, but nothing's more been said about that.
She's so good at Wonder Woman.
She is really good at Wonder Woman. So
the best.
hopefully they do. Hopefully they use her.
But better not. Oh, it's gonna sound bad, and you can hate me. Better not change her. I want it to be Wonder Woman. I want it to be Batman. I want it to be Superman. I don't want it to be Woke Man and Woke Girl. And I want it to be Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, all of them. Like you read in the comics.
Yeah, Green Lantern was another show that they're supposed to be doing, and that's probably gone away.
Yeah.
What I'm worried about is Peacemaker. That's what I'm worried.
Yeah.
I want a season 2 of Peacemaker, but that's on HBO Max, and basically they're kind of saying HBO Max is kind of going away, and they're combining it with Discovery Plus
next summer.
So does that mean I don't get it anymore?
Next
for
summer
free?
is when that's supposed to happen.
Possibly not. I also, with our phone plan, we get HBO Max.
Well, we get it with our cable plan, so I wonder if we'll still get it with our cable.
Who knows?
So it depends. Like
I don't know.
Like I have a feeling they're going to name it something different. Sometimes they'll keep these going. It's just named differently.
Who owns Warner Brothers? Is it does Comcast own Warner Brothers?
It's Discovery.
Discovery bought it.
Okay. So it's I guess
Brothers.
yeah.
Yeah, Discovery bought.
Well,
Warner
who
Brothers.
owns Discovery? Just Discovery, because it seems like everybody owns somebody else.
I don't know.
Okay.
There's probably some that owns it, but we don't know about.
It's the Chip and the Gaines, they own it.
Yeah.
Chip and
Joanna Gaines, yeah.
They own it. They own
Magnolia.
Apparently their Magnolia network is moving to HBO Max next month, which is weird if they're getting rid of HBO Max.
Yeah, that is weird.
So I don't know. We'll see. I hope they continue. Like a lot of the HBO Max specific shows are basically up in the air. Anything that was on just HBO is fine, like Game of Thrones and stuff like that. But no one's really sure about just the HBO Max shows. And I really like HBO Max. Yeah. I think they have a lot of good shows on there. I probably watch that streaming more than I watch any other streaming service.
We were watching The Flight Attendant. That's on there. But it got really depressing, so we stopped watching it.
It gets depressing, but then it gets good again, and it gets depressing, and then it gets good.
Season 2 has been like this. It's like straight down. Like depressing.
We watch it all. It's
it's
we
have like 3 episodes left, and we probably won't finish it.
But yeah, Doom Patrol. I really like Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
And
then what's it called? Teen Titans is supposedly they're filming season 3 is in the works.
Yeah, hopefully they release it.
Yeah.
So they're filming it. So I mean, Titans is good. They brought back Young Justice, the cartoon. That's good. There's a lot that they put on there that I enjoy. So
we'll see.
Hopefully they continue.
All right, I got one more movie to talk about. We're switching over to the Disney side of it for some Disney movie, strictly Disney, not Marvel.
Disney. Can we talk
not
one
Star
more
Wars?
thing about?
Well, there's Star Wars. There's Star Wars too. We can talk about.
Yeah,
Andor.
Star Wars. Yeah, I figured that could be part of talking Disney, right?
Well, I mean, Marvel.
I guess Marvel is too. But one thing that's not related to either one, real quick.
No.
Return of the Gremlins. Zach Galligan will return for the Secrets of the Mogwai. So he was the actor that was in the original movie. He's going to be a guest. It's a show though that's going to be
animated
series.
Animated.
So he's going to be. Sorry, it's not a movie. Yeah. It's a show that he's going to be in the animated series. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, animated. We watched. I was just kidding. Cool. We watched Everywhere All. What's it called?
Mm-hmm.
What's that movie called? What's it called? Everywhere All
at Once.
All at Once.
In between.
Oh gosh, what's it called?
Today.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about, but I can't think of what's called.
Oh, that's gonna bug me.
Mm.
Anyways, we watched it, and have you guys seen it? Either one?
I have
No.
not seen it yet.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
There you go.
Was the name of the movie. It was a good movie. It was a really good multiverse movie.
Mm.
It probably put, as far as a multiverse movie, probably put Doctor Strange to shame. I did a really good job of explaining the multiverse and how it works and stuff. But it's not a. It has funny moments, but don't go in thinking, oh, because the trailer sort of makes it look like goofy comedy, sort of. But it's like, it's not. It's got funny moments, but I wouldn't say depressing. But it is one of those movies you probably watch once and you'd be like, that was a good movie, but I don't think I want to watch it again. But it was good. I recommend it. And Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. And there's a scene that I wish I was a fly on the wall when they approached Jamie Lee Curtis about it and said, this is the scene, this is what you're gonna do. And to see her reaction to it, because you're just sitting there going, what? There's a lot of what the heck is going on moments in this movie.
I don't know. She likes anime. She likes One Piece. So I can see her.
It was just funny because
being
just
open to a lot.
describing it, just be like, has to do with hot dogs for hands.
I've seen like the
you
cosplay of
seen
hot
it?
dog fingers.
Like, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna have hot dogs for fingers, and you're gonna do everything with your feet.
Oh, there you go. Well, speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, it was announced that the new Haunted Mansion movie, she's going to be playing Madame Leota.
I'm excited about that. I am not excited about the other announcement.
Yeah,
that was next on my list for the Disney part of this. Jared Leto somehow has crawled out of the chasm of poop again, because that's basically what his characters or his movies are, and somehow has made it into another movie like this. I've got bad vibes about this.
It'd be the Hatbox Ghost.
Oh gosh.
Which
I love character from the Haunted Mansion.
You don't see his head a lot. So.
Maybe you don't see him a lot. Maybe he's just standing in the background as the Hatbox Ghost. And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have. I really didn't have high hopes for this movie.
No,
to begin with. Like,
well,
I don't know. Like, they did the other Haunted Mansion movie, and it wasn't very good.
They did the Muppets,
and the Muppets movie was pretty good.
Yeah. But I think what they did with this movie, I think there were some people younger than us in the writer's room or wherever sitting around, and they're like looking to Disney's vault, and they're like, what's this movie here? Haunted Mansion. What is this movie? Oh, let's sit down and watch this together. Ooh, it's got Eddie Murphy in it. Oh, what is this? This looks interesting. And they watch and they go, that's it. This is what we've been looking for. This is going to make millions. Let's redo this movie, but change a few things and add a few things from the ride. It's going to be wonderful, because that's what it seems like when you read the synopsis of it. It's pretty much the Eddie Murphy movie. They just changed some of the characters' occupations and stuff in it. That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. It's the movie we've already had that failed. It was okay, but when you brought that out after Pirates of the Caribbean, you're just like, no, it's not good. It just looks like they're doing that again. Then that's not what Haunted Mansion fans want. I mean, I can tell you, because I am one. It's all over here. I do not want Goofy family moves into a mansion, finds out it's haunted, and calls in the paranormal people to figure stuff out, or the wife becomes the bride or whatever. I don't want that. I want the story of the Haunted Mansion, and how it plays out. I don't want this. I don't want it.
Yep.
Yeah, Del Toro. Exactly, Vance. I wanted the Del Toro version Why that didn't get picked up, I have no idea.
Well, he made Pinocchio instead,
Well, that's wrong.
which looks good.
Well, yeah. But he's Haunted Mansion. I don't want Pinocchio. I want Haunted Mansion. A good Haunted Mansion,
Yeah.
maybe. And maybe it'll be good. I don't
Who
know.
knows? We'll see some more about some of those things at D23 coming up, right?
D23.
At least
D20.
Pinocchio. We'll see more about Pinocchio, and probably not Haunted Mansion, but
Oh,
Well, I
we'll
don't
see
know. I don't think
Jared Leto
Pinocchio
there.
is Pinocchio Disney.
yeah.
Oh no. Well, there's two.
There's two. There's
Pinocchio
one
movies.
coming out on Netflix.
The one coming on Netflix is the one I want to see.
Okay.
The one that has Tom Hanks is like, oh, that's Tom Hanks. It's just Tom Hanks.
It's me, Geppetto.
Yeah. So
I'm a good boy.
I was excited for that one, but the Del Toro Netflix that looks because it's stop motion as well and it looks really nicely done.
It looks depressing. I'll tell you that.
Oh, it'll probably be depressing, but I mean that's really Pinocchio. I mean Pinocchio is a lighthearted, like it's not Disney. That's not Pinocchio.
Exactly, Derek. Exactly, Derek. Sorry, he says, I'll imagine. He goes, maybe it'll be good, but we know it won't be.
Never know.
I don't know.
Fine.
We'll see. It's not fine.
It hasn't happened yet. Give it a chance.
You never know.
You never know. It could be shell, or it could be okay. I don't think it's going to be Pirates of the Caribbean level good.
No.
It might be okay. It might be better than Eddie Murphy, Haunted Mansion.
All right.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We will see. And Andor released a trailer.
Yeah.
And people are up in arms that one of the characters has a gun, an AK-47.
All right. I mean, they have guns, right?
It's just a blaster.
Okay, so here's the thing. What people don't understand about Star Wars, or what they don't want to understand about Star Wars, is that most of the weapons used in Star Wars were taken from real life weapons.
Yeah.
Transformed a little bit to make them look
weapons.
to make them look spacey.
Yeah.
And there are
the most beloved blaster.
Projectile. Yeah. Yeah. And there are those kind of weapons in the Star Wars universe that use projectiles. So it fits in. Just because just get over. Anyways. When an article came out about that, I was like, really? I was like, haven't they seen the other guns and weapons that they use? But it looks good. There's been some people that are involved with it saying or trying to relate it to the real world, and I'm like, just let it be Star Wars.
Flippin' show.
Just let it be.
Just watch it.
A fun show. So I'm looking forward to it. It looks fun. It looks good. I like that it's sort of the crossover between the prequel era and the original era, because you have to see ships and stuff sort of, morphing and from one era to the next.
In between, and it's people we don't normally see in Star Wars, right? That's what's really cool about it.
Looks good.
Yeah, but it got pushed back, right? So it's now in late September when it's coming out, right? The new date for it. So September 21st is when it's coming out. So everybody's upset about that. But
when was it supposed
to? I don't know.
Well, they have to change the guns. They have to go back and CGI different guns.
Put different guns over top of. I don't know when it was supposed to come out, but it's fine because you have She-Hulk coming out August 17th. So you're gonna. Why would you want them to be at the same time? And I think that's probably what happened. It's like we don't need.
And I think that was part of the problem with Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel. They crossed over, and I think that hurt Miss Marvel's viewing.
Yes. I forgot about Miss Marvel.
I mean, for sure.
Because of Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to hearing more about it. I have some other Disney news or stuff. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I have, because I'm not going, watched a bunch of stuff on the Disney Wish, and it's interesting, to say the least. So I have personally never experienced.
I've heard good and bad things. We'll see. I'm going on.
All I was going to say was I'm looking forward to hearing how you compared the other Disney cruises that you've been on to the Wish, the good and the bad. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I've looked and I've seen some things, and like it seems like when they did this ship, they're like, okay, what works in the old ships, the layout wise and everything? What works? Okay, put that over here. Let's think outside the box. And because it's a bigger ship. Like I've been on the Wonder and the Magic, which are smaller ships, and on those there's a forward elevator, an aft elevator, and a mid elevator. So there's 3 elevators that you can go up. On this one, there's 2.
Forward and aft.
They don't have the main lobby elevator for some reason, and people were like, it's causing you to have to like get lost in the ship basically because you're having to go find elevators to go up and down.
You have to. It's best to stay at the forward or aft and right by the elevators. They say it's not loud either, so that's nice.
Yeah. Which I mean, luckily, like our room is right outside one of the elevators.
Yeah, that's good.
We tend to do that so we can just go right out. And
have you seen the pool situation?
Yeah, the pools are like smaller and more spread out.
They're so small,
weird,
and most of them are 2 feet deep, and that's it.
Yeah, which is not like
or less
at all.
There's like one pool that's 4 feet deep, and the rest are like.
Yeah, the adult area is apparently a lot smaller.
Way small.
The other ships, which is also weird.
Now I'll give you a pro tip for someone who's never been on there. There's a pool on I think it's the front of the ship that nobody really knows about. It's hard to get to, or just it's the Chippendale pool.
The Chippendales pool?
Oh,
yeah, the Chippendales pool.
So you mean like the employee pool?
No. It's a pool that they designed for people who can't handle like
water?
Century stuff. Like loud noises and stuff.
On the spectrum.
So it's put around where that main area, they're not going to get the noise from it and everything. Because the adult area, when I saw the video, it was like party central and it was not a quiet pool. But this one, it's called the Chip and Dale pool, and it's sort of around the other side. And the video I saw, the only people that were in it were the people shooting the video. They're like, nobody knows about this pool. It's just sitting up here. So find that pool, because that one, like,
I have to see.
There's like 2. It's like 2 pools like this. So there's the Chip or the Dale, I don't know. There on top, the top one has a waterfall, and it's a shallow pool, like one of those 2 feet deep ones, and then the one below it is
one have a red nose.
So they're just like right off the.
Yeah, the water's red.
But it's small. I mean, it's small. Yeah, it's small. Like they're all small. All the pools are like tiny.
Yeah, which is weird because that's not how it is on the other ships. And yeah, a lot of people are wondering about that. Even the movie theater. There are 2 movie theaters on this one, but it's like they took what the regular movie theater is and split it in 2.
Well,
so rather than like 2 regular size movie theaters,
should be 2 different movies.
Do they show 2 different movies?
I'm sure like they both play the same movie at some time, not probably at the same time.
Yeah. But, I will say all the stuff that looks super cool on the ship that I've seen is all the kid stuff that the adults can't do.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Star Wars lounge area, like that's apparently like a huge wait to try and get into.
It's tiny.
It's a small area. And so you have to like go and try and make a time or wait in line or something, unfortunately. Which, I mean, when we go on these cruises, we tend to just kind of just
watch movies in your room,
do much of anything.
It will still be awesome.
It's a vacation.
It's going to be cool.
It'll be fun.
You're going to love it, but I just want to hear how it compares to the other ships, because there's cool stuff on it. Like the Marvel restaurant looks cool.
Yeah.
The spa looks cool. Like you can pay I think it's like $136 if you're on a 3-day cruise, and you can go to the spa as much as you want.
There's
not the massage.
Not the massage or anything.
The spa area where there's showers and hot tubs and all this stuff.
do it.
That's what I would do. I would pay that, and then there's even one of these shower areas that have swings. Like, do you just sit in the swing and
yeah.
put your feet in the water and just sit there? I'm like, I would just be in the spot. That's all I would do.
Might as well.
So that looks cool. There is a brunch at one of the restaurants, Chris, that I watched the video and they said, do not do it. Don't do the brunch. That it was like a lot of money. And they said the food was horrible.
That's like on most ships there's what they call Palo, which is adult dining, and they'll have a dinner, but they'll have a brunch as well. And apparently the last cruise we went on, like the brunch has varied since the last times I went, mostly because of COVID. I think they had to, because it was a big buffet thing usually, and like it's a buffet, but then you also have entrees and stuff that you can order. So like one time I ate waffles and chicken parmesan at the same time.
Why not?
Because you can't.
Oh,
it's a yummy.
I did hear something about the food. Somebody said the best food was the food that was around the pool, like the snacks and stuff.
Yeah,
I've heard that, like the barbecue place is supposed to be good, and things like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
This is
that's basically what we do. We go and eat and sit around and do nothing.
This was the restaurant that has like looked like Lumiere was one of the characters in it or whatever. But it was an expensive brunch. It wasn't a buffet. And they said that they brought like this tomato pie, and basically it was Chef Boyardee. Like it tasted exactly like Chef Boyardee. And it was like
we're not doing
$100-something, and they're just like, what is this?
And usually we do like Apollo. We'll get like at least like Apollo dinner or Apollo.
I bet the dinner will be good, but I bet the rest.
But we're mostly not doing it this time because there's a lot of people that are like platinum level, because there's different levels, and depending on your levels, when you can like reserve things. And so we're gold, and there's a lot of platinum, which is above us. And so basically everything was booked by the time that we got into this.
You're doing the Frozen restaurant?
Yeah, that's one of the ones that you do.
That looks fun. You're gonna enjoy that one. Because especially since you like musicals a lot, you're gonna love that one.
Oh, I'm gonna love it. But yeah, I'm trying to look up the one restaurant, because there's Apollo, but it's called Enchanté is the Lumiere one. Enchanté, and then Apollo Steakhouse are the two adult dining.
I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about it. I wish I could go with you.
We are going, actually.
We want to go.
We're all going.
Yeah.
Oh, we are? Sweet. I call the bed.
Well, you can have the bed in your room. Yes, you can.
I want to go, like, my wife and I want to, because we've never been on a cruise, and we're sort of scared to go on a big cruise, not knowing how I'm going to do. Like, am I just going to be sick the whole time or whatever? So we want to like go on a go on a 2 to 3 day cruise or whatever to try it out, to see before we spend a lot of money.
I would suggest. I mean, you can a 2 to 3 day cruise. More likely, you'd have to go to like Florida.
Oh man, I have to go to Florida.
I mean, we're Galveston. It's right there for you.
I know.
And you get like a sea patch thing. Those little things you put in. You can even cut it in half. Like you don't have to use a whole one. And you just put that behind your ear when you're feeling sick, and you're like, you're good.
I know. I just never know.
Good.
I want to go on Disney cruise, but we're like, should we just go on one by ourselves first and not take the kids? See how it goes before we take the kids on one.
I mean, the thing is, though, I've heard some people say that they just never see their kids because they're doing the things.
That's the thing. Like they have like activities like all day, basically. You put them in, and then you collect them at dinner, and then there's like even stuff after dinner. Because there's two dinner times. There's an earlier dinner, which what most people with kids go to. They go to that one, and then there's second dinner, which is usually it's more adults who don't have kids.
Second breakfast.
Yeah.
Vance wants to know: are you buying the $5,000 drink? I saw a video of somebody that bought it, and we'll end with this maybe. And they got the thing, they bring it out. People describe, because there's like 4 drinks in it. vault. They're like, yes, this one is from the mountains of Japan. It has to stay a certain temperature all year round. Blah, 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 blah. So fancy. And this one's from this other fancy place, and this one's from this other fancy place. So they're like taking sips. They take a sip of the first drink, and first guy was like, "Oh, that's pretty good." And the lady was like, "Oh, that's horrible." And then they take a drink of the fancy one that's like really expensive from the cold mountains of Japan. And they're like, "Oh, it tastes like rubbing alcohol." These are people that drink, like,
Mm-hmm.
And then they take a drink of the other one that was some kind of port wine. And they're like, "Oh, that one's okay. That's pretty good." And then they say, "Okay, here's the main cocktail. This is $5,000. They're like, "It tastes exactly like Tang, like a watered down Tang."
Which is Tang. Tang is even a watered down.
It's watered down
So
orange drink.
I guess they're paying for the experience, and they get to go to Skywalker Ranch, which I guess you could take. No, I think it's what they told those people there was like 4 people could go.
Oh no, I've heard. I thought it was just one person. It's like you get the drink and it comes with one ticket.
Maybe one person and he gets to take 4 people with him. That's what but the people that serve them the drinks could be wrong because that's what they told them.
Yeah.
But it's $5,000.
Yeah, that's not. Which, I mean, if you want to go to Skywalker Ranch, I mean, I guess that's a good way to do it.
I guess, yeah. But the guy that ordered it doesn't even drink on that video. He just let his other friends drink it.
That would be me. I don't.
Oh, you're gonna pay for it,
and so it should just be Jenny. It should just be Jenny drinking it.
Well,
so, no, not gonna do that. Not gonna do it.
Well, I hope you have fun. The water slide looks really fun.
Yeah, that looks fun.
The kids Star Wars area looks like a blast. But you can visit it.
Yeah, there are certain times a day that you can go and look around. Yeah.
There's a slide that goes down into the kids area.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would have to pretend to be a kid all week, I think. Hi,
it's me. I'm Timmy.
I'm 8 years old.
I don't want
the Benjamin Button syndrome.
Yeah. All right. Well, we talked a lot of hodgepodge stuff. I mean, we covered all the bases. We covered Marvel. We covered DC, Star Wars, Disney, other random movies. I think we accomplished all that we set out to accomplish tonight.
All that exists.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys have anything else? Nah.
We could go on.
I will say Big Brother. Big Brother this season is actually pretty interesting. So if you like Big Brother, you should check it out. It's actually fun.
I've watched a little bit of it, and the guy named Pooch,
yeah,
is a life version of Poochie from The Simpsons.
Maybe that why they name him that?
If you remember Poochie, like I don't know, but like
how much did you watch?
I know he's.
Okay, yeah, like you don't have to wait much longer, probably.
Yeah, no, but I mean, they showed him on screen. He had a backwards hat on and like a shirt with an overshirt or whatever, and I'm just like, that's Poochie from The Simpsons, and he's even named Pooch, and he's like acting all cool and everything, and like he's a real life version of Poochie. That's nuts.
It's been a fun season so far. Like we're the people. It's just fun. Like I don't want to give anything away. Lots of twists and turns this season. So, Katrin, if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it because you like Big Brother.
Yeah,
right?
we haven't watched in a while, but
you'll like this season. The season's fun. Yeah. Never know what's going to happen on Big Brother. What's the phrase?
Expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. Yeah, Vance agrees. It's been a good season so far. I'm going to, after this, I'm probably going to go watch tonight's episode where somebody gets voted off. Who will it be? I think I know. And it's going to be Sean. No.
I can look it up.
Julie Chen. No, don't tell me. Anyways. All right. Well, this has been episode 246 of I Am Geek, and I'm excited to be back this week. And I had a good time.
Yes.
I had fun. My desk still standing. We
Well,
talked about it
good.
in the pre-show. It did not fall down. We made it all the way through.
Nice.
As soon as we hang up, it's probably going to collapse on me, and I'll be stuck under it all weekend long because no one's here to help me with
man.
my children. And they'll just say,
They'll
like,
laugh at you.
they'll laugh and be like,
We're
"We're
all
going to go
gonna
get
laugh
cookies." No. Anyways, all right. We'll see you next week on I Am Geek with something new, something fun, and of course, something
Bye-bye.
geeky. Meow meow.
I thought that thing got it on.
Hey, you too.
Yeah,
I guess we're still on there.
YouTube.
Yeah. Anyways, Vance, thanks for hanging out. Derek, thanks for hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else that's on there that's hiding in the background, thanks for hanging out tonight. All the thousands. There's so many.
Yes.
Anyways.
Did you see? I didn't want to add more
Ooh, it says I
conversation.
Am Geek After Dark.
That Disney Plus, Genie Plus, they're not going to put those rides back on. Like earlier this year, they said for the summer, we're going to put these rides on the regular Genie Plus. So like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, that's a Genie Plus ride. And they were August 7th, they were supposed to put it back as an individual Lightning Lane, but now they're not. All those rides. So the only ones that are going to be individual Lightning Lanes are Guardian of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Avatar, Flight of Passage, and that's it. That's the only ones that you'll have to pay for. If you want
I want to ride.
Not wait, but you'll have DAS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the DAS pass,
So
which
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
already,
It's awesome. People were complaining about it a couple of days ago on the socials, saying, "Man, I can't believe they're getting rid of this. I've already paid for Genie Plus all this. I expected to be able to do this." And then a day later, Disney came out and said, "We're not going to do anything. It's worked out well." So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I got the DAS. Hollywood Studios, I tried to get Millennium Falcon, which I didn't get. I did get Rock and Roller Coaster and Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular.
You'll get them. You'll get them all.
Yeah,
you don't really need Indiana Jones. You just walk on that one.
Well, I just it was like pick an alternate, and I'm just like,
you'll get to do more.
I just picked something that me and Jenny could go to.
I'll explain it to you offline. I mean, if I was there with you, I could walk you all through it, and you get on everything. But that's since you don't want me there.
I did get the Navi River Journey. I did get that.
Oh yeah, that's
and Kilimanjaro Safaris. And got Soarin' and Test Track. So those are the ones I got.
You can do all of them.
Yeah, I mean, it probably will. It's just not being there in forever, and then like all this stuff thrown at you. It's just like you can't help but feel like, am I going to get to ride anything? Because this is way too complicated.
Yeah. But
I just want to go get in a line and get on a ride.
I'll explain it to you when we get off YouTube.
Yeah, you'll be fine. It'll be good. So Vance says, rumor is that individual Lightning lanes are going away and it'll all be Genie Plus, but higher priced. I could see that happening. I mean, unfortunately, but
cheap.
I don't know.
Squeeze that money out.
Everybody's missing.
Wait,
what's his name?
We'll have to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights at some point too. Is that?
Oh yeah, they added stuff.
They've shown there was something that they posted the other day. It's like the classic
Universal Monsters.
Yeah, they posted that.
We could talk about it, but
I mean,
I'm going to be the negative Nancy on this one. Really.
Well,
it's from what it has been to what it is now. Like,
yeah, I'm sure
it has gone way downhill.
The
big thing this year is, so far, unless they bring out some extra stuff, the big thing is The Weeknd has a house.
Oh,
the band, The Weeknd,
the dude from the Super Bowl show.
The dude from. He's a singer.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like that guy. He has his own.
Oh,
haunted house.
I think the problem is that both parks, whatever, is just the volume of people they're trying to pull through now, right? And
it's definitely for a different crowd now than when Halloween Horror Nights used to be. Now it's more teeny bopper selfie stuff, and I would go out of my way to go down there to go to it, and now I'm just like, I don't really want to spend the money on that because it just doesn't look that. Like they have Michael Myers, which I like Michael Myers, but they've had a Halloween house like how many times? And they have the Universal Monsters one looks cool because it's like Werewolf, the Mummy, and Dracula. I think that one looks cool, and they're fighting over something to gain power. They haven't come out with the scare zones yet.
Record did a thing where he was walking through this, I guess, showing some stuff.
Yeah. So
the scariest thing about the Weekend house is that he just doesn't know how to spell the word weekend.
That's right. I don't know.
Oh, and they're doing some Bloomhouse, whatever that guy's name is. Bloom?
Judy Bloom?
Yeah, Judy Bloom. They're doing that movie that he just came out with the guy that steals children and puts them in his basement.
Oh, yeah, dang it.
Yeah, that one, and then the one that came out before that, the Freaky Friday one, which was a fun movie. I don't know how it transferred into a house. Logan Secular, who's been on the show before, is a huge Horror Nights fan and is always there like opening weekend. He's like, I don't even know if I'm going to go, which tells a lot. And he usually gets invited down to go. And he's like, I don't even know if I'm going to go this year. He's like, if I happen to be there, I might go, but I'm not going to make an extra trip. So I don't know, Universal. Anyways, all right, YouTube. Well, we shall see you next time.
Thanks for stopping by.
Meow meow.
Bye.
Bye.